Another one of those questions about what's the worst that could happen, right? Yeah, I think this one is lightly inflated. This is the first time I've tried one of these guys. What I would suggest for now is, I would think that we could go ahead and just call it a day for this one. Maybe hold it at altitude just above us, because it'll take photographs if it's still shooting here. Let me just see if it is. We could get crowd photographs at this level, although it stopped for some reason. Okay, maybe it's... Well, so let me, well, you're reeling it in. Let me see if I can just kind of, thanks for your help, by the way. You're a really good sport about this.
This is great. I'm really glad your camera went up there.
Yeah, that was a treat.
You're doing so good. I'm so impressed by your skills. No, you got it. Don't put me trying to run out. Yeah, I'm going to let you have this just in case.
Okay, got it. So we should be thoughtful about making sure we don't lose your cameras. The main thing, I would feel bad if we did that. And so, alrighty, thank you. I think I got it there. Yeah, go ahead and let it just see here what we can do. And it won't do much, I don't think. But so my apologies to the crowd that this balloon isn't inflated well enough to deal with the sharp turnover associated with the wind conditions. It looks like it's trying hard to go up, but looks like the best we'll probably do is get some crowd photos here.
It's doing it. It is doing it.
But it's really vulnerable to the wind pushing it over, Charlie.
I wouldn't have thought it.
Yeah.
I thought helium was helium. It would go up.
And this is just a little...
Just a tiny bit under.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so close.
So we got a chance. Yeah, she's doing great.
It's just swinging like crazy.
And that is one of the factors that's a bit of a problem. Now you can mitigate that some by...
How effective do those cardboard wings work?
You know, I don't have very much experience. They've adopted them because they think there's enough of a benefit that it's worthwhile.
It seems like there's a real small window between the too windy for a balloon and not windy enough for...
And I think it's interesting here, I'm getting a quite different effect here out of this. This, by the way, is a $1.75 survival sleeping bag kit right here, this particular one. So. This camera, you could probably buy the one that's underneath the silver bag for about 40 bucks on eBay as a used camera. And her cell phone is priceless at this point. The one that I have, the HD camera that I have in my pocket, is about 120 bucks. But you could, you know, you don't want to get too hung up on which camera or which platform. You can make darn near anything work. I think maybe it's just as well I reel that sucker in and see what's going on. So you guys, I know we don't have all that much longer before we get, is it 3 o'clock? Are we up to the next event that we need to break away here?
Next event's coffee break.
Okay. We'll reel them in, and I'll get these images down. I think I'm going to have to collaborate with our most successful flyer to see how to get her images off her phone.
So I have a quick question.
Sure.
How much is that setup?
This one right here would be the bag is $1.75. I filled this at my local Lucky's supermarket retail, and they charged me $12 for the helium fill. He said, my biggest balloon is $9.99. Why don't I charge you $12? And then the camera in this case is an old beater Canon. Probably you could probably buy it on eBay for 40 or 50 bucks. The soda bottle is obviously just dirt cheap. The line is probably $15 worth of kite. You know, in this case it's fishing line, 80 strength fishing, 80-pound fishing line. This little GPS tracker was I think 100 bucks, but that's optional. Not everybody needs one for their application. I'm, you know, kind of looks like it's quit anyway here. So that's kind of the rough story on this. So the other thing, though, that you make a good point is that the helium is a consumable, and so in some communities, helium would not be the preferred approach. There, you know, a kite, perhaps a homemade kite, would be a much more sustainable kind of an approach to being able to, on a regular basis, be able to take these kind of images.
Have you discussed already the radio-controlled people in radio-controlled vehicles have been doing this a little bit too lately? They claim to have some amazing little tiny cameras.
We only touched on that in the slightest, but that's a great point. In fact, some of them have got field of view imagery where you actually get telemetry back imagery so you can see what you're shooting and so forth if you care. This was intended to be sort of the dirt cheap version of it.
Beautiful.
Let's see how our other flyers doing here.
Do you use this down in Belize yet?
Not yet. It's on my list. I just need to get a trip booked. So are you doing okay getting yours reeled in? Do you need any help? Well, one thing we need to be a little thoughtful about is the street and try not to get your camera run over. Hey, good job.
I actually have to unreel some of my reeling.
Anything to say to your camera?
Is that do you recognize it?
You did good. Camera.
Thank you so much for being a good sport and flying your
Well,
camera.
thank you for allowing me to do it.
But it turns out you're going to be the highlight of the show, in that this one sort of rattled around at low altitude and didn't take much.
Right.
So.
Oh, thank you. I actually kind of messed up in the studio.
No worry on any of that. So.
Okay. Is there still, does that have any memory? Or it has a big memory. I just wonder if it was big enough to capture that much.
All right, you guys. Well, when we get a chance, maybe we can figure out. I don't know if you have a way to locally download those, or if it's more complicated than that.
Yeah, there's Wi-Fi. I don't know how fast it is, but I could. I have my laptop. I guess I can't go directly to internet from my phone.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm not sure. I will find out.
Well, here, let me just stick that in the bag, and thank you very much, and we'll figure it out, and we'll get your imagery up and shared with the crowd. So
Cool.
I thank you again. Can you, when you play it back, it'll be interesting to see. One, it'll make you dizzy.
That's what I
right.
Realizing, it's saving the
Thank
video.
you. All right, you guys. Thanks to all of you coming out and taking a look at this.
So where can you buy like this and that big size of a balloon like that?
Hey, if you go up on the grassrootsmapping.org site, there's lots of information about the links, including, for example, this most recent lead to this particular one. So this is off of Amazon.
Oh, okay.
$1.75 a piece plus shipping and handling. It's really a pretty good value, but it needs a little more helium in it than we had in it today.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot. All right, you guys. Thanks for coming out. Sorry this one didn't fly so well. I mean, I had another one, but by the time we're out here and the wind's blowing, it seems like it's a little more trouble to go air up another one than it's worth. So, all right. Hey, thanks so much. Maybe we can take these and secure them back either in the room, or maybe take them into the lobby, and I can see about taking them to. Maybe we can fly them again. I'm not sure if there'll be a chance later. Those are good for helping them not get away. Thanks.
You're welcome to join our team. I'm not sure if you've heard over.
And
because a lot of like what's the project though?